Hi guys, so I know you normally are here for Zane, so if you are here for Zane, I'm sorry, but my name is Laura Kwan. I'm normally the content creator of the Level Up podcast. I sit behind my computer and I bring in all the guests for Zane, but today I am on camera, so that's exciting. So today I'm joined by Zach Scherer, your Area 8 Washington DECA President and Vice President of Hospitality. So in this episode, Zach and I will be able to talk about a really exciting new partnership between Washington DECA and Virtues Matters, and then between Washington DECA and Virtues Matters. And we're going to be talking about a new app that's coming out, so stay tuned for that. But before Zach officially introduces himself, I want to start off by thanking our sponsor, T2 Team. So Thomas Thomasvik is a principal consultant at T2 Team located in Gig Harbor, Washington. T2 Team works with medium to large businesses on strategy development, implementation, leadership, and talent development, along with business growth. T2 Team offers various solutions that provide quick business results and lasting benefits, including leadership development programs, coaching the predictive index, DISC, and more. Thomas is also a Seattle Vistage Chair. He works with top executives from 30+ companies to ensure their cutting edge in performance. In the past, Thomas worked with young and upcoming leaders as a Young Entrepreneurs Academy instructor. Thomas's personal goal is to make tomorrow better through his daily engagements. Learn more at t2team.com. Okay, after that, Zach, I would love for the audience to hear more about you and your experiences with Washington DECA.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura. So I am Zach Scherer. I am the Area 8 President and Vice President of Hospitality. I am super excited to be here today. This is an interview and I feel super high tone and fancy, so I'm loving it. So first, let's dive into like Virtues cards. So the Virtues cards are essentially like a way of life. They give you the tools you need to have a successful and purposeful life. It's more of a way of thinking rather than like specific things to do. It's a way of thinking, and you just kind of have the virtues in the back of your mind while you go about your daily life. So I think the cards are really going to help both students and business owners because, again, it's a way of life. I think if students are learning these virtues now and they really, as they're developing as human beings, have these virtues in mind, then they're going to be successful. And I think essentially what students are is they're the next generation. And so if students now have this virtuous life, then they're going to be great business owners. But current business owners can benefit from these now because when the students are coming up, they're going to know this language and they're going to know what the virtues are. And so I think if business owners have this in mind, then they're going to be able to communicate with that younger generation that's coming into their lives. Because again, communication is super important to everyone. And with virtues, this is just such a great tool to use that I think everyone's going to take this opportunity. Mm-hmm. So personally, I use the virtues all the time. I love the virtue cards. Again, like it's like a way of thinking. And so if I am ever in like a rut in like a situation where I'm kind of like, I'm in the ditch here, I open my virtue app and I'm like, I want to use this virtue app today. I find myself using perseverance a lot. So that's what we'll talk about that today too. So Laura, do you want to do a virtues pick?
Yeah, let's show everyone how this would happen. And this is just a show of how if you at home downloaded the app, you get to pick your very own card. And once you pick this is what will come up. So for example, the card that I just pulled up is, like Zach said, perseverance. And I read, perseverance is the will to carry on. Once we discern our true direction, we stay the course for however long it takes, regardless of obstacles that arise. When creativity inspires us, we do the work required to bring it to fruition. And then we have a little part where you can like kind of say things to yourself to really absorb the information. So for here it says, I always have my goals in mind. I don't let any obstacles deter me from reaching my goals. I'm able to set aside all distractions in order to reach my goals, and I'm focused on accomplishing my goals. So really, it puts you in this right mindset. Like Zach said, it's a way of life, and moving forward with your day, you just have that virtue in mind and you can try to emulate that virtue in everything that you do.
Yes, I love that. So, what Laura said at the last part, she said like things that you say to yourself. So, affirmations, the idea of affirmations is saying stuff out loud that eventually will come true. If you say it out loud enough, it's the kind of thinking like fake it till you make it. If you say it out loud enough, you'll start doing that. For example, I don't let any obstacles deter me from reaching my goals. A huge obstacle that we have right now is the pandemic. However, if they keep saying, I don't let any obstacles deter me from reaching my goals, they will find ways to do virtual campaigns and virtual things that will reach their goals. Affirmations are arguably as important as the teaching. I love the affirmations. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah,
So
and
I recommend like students use it these tool all the time because again, like it's just a way of life. I think like to motivate yourself, start off your day like this. We think about the concept of like a miracle morning. I just think like if you wake up and this is the first thing that you do, you've already achieved something. You've already done your affirmations and you've already done this your virtues pick for the day. And so you're waking up and you're getting your morning started. Even if you're just sitting down while you're having your cup of coffee, it's great. It's a great tool to use and I recommend it to everyone.
yeah, and I just want to add what Zach said at the very beginning about saying that out loud. That's super important because you kind of read them like on your phone and it's kind of a blur, but if you really say it out loud, it makes you focus on every single sentence and it'll actually make you think about everything. And I would also recommend some time of reflection afterwards to think about how you want to continue using that. And there's over 52 virtues in the app. So there's a lot of variety. There's a thing for every single situation. And there's just no end to what you can accomplish when you have the right mindset. Okay, so now we also want to talk about where the students can access these cards. So I hope you're excited about the Virtues cards. We really should be excited. So Zach, can you tell us where the students can access these cards?
Yes. So you can go to your Apple Store or Samsung App Store and you can download the cards. The app is called Virtue Cards. And in there will be a DECA deck option, and you can pick that option and download that. There is a small fee, however, the benefits from that fee is so much greater. I recommend you use these cards every single day. Practice your affirmations, practice your virtues, and really just make the DECA deck a way of life. Share the love, as we say. Love standing for language of virtues everywhere. We just really believe in these virtues and we want our members to be able to experience this love that we have gotten from the virtues.
And on to what Zach said, I just want to say that there are other cards on the deck, but the DECA cards were specifically catered towards students and business owners. So it should more deeply resonate with the audience that we're talking to right now. So I hope that everyone appreciates that and really enjoys that. And there's also some great visuals on there. If you're a visual person, I hope you feel relaxed from these cards. Okay, and then I want to add to what Zach said at the very beginning about why we want this Virtues project to be really successful, and it's connecting to a larger world application about how we believe that there should be more virtuosity in our lives and business. So, Zach, do you want to talk a little bit more about that and what you think the importance of virtuosity is, not just in life but business?
Yes. So one thing that we look at when we're looking at virtuosity is ethics. We talk about ethics, and ethics are really like the good, like what's right in the world. You want to have good ethics and good morals. And what virtuosity is we are trying to create this field of ethics that everyone can have an even playing field and everyone can be using the same language when talking about ethics and virtuosity. So it's so important in business because you want to be an ethical business owner and you want to run your business ethically and morally. And so I just like one of our virtues is honesty, another is respect, another is tact. And so really we're looking at all of these virtues and just it's all such good information and such good things that we can't learn in school. We can only learn by living life. And so what we're trying to do is we have changed the decks from the Virtues Project and Virtues Matter to make them more student focused and towards the business and entrepreneurial audience. This is a super fun deck. We have made this just a blast for business owners and DECA members, as well as any students that are looking for the DECA deck. And so we're super excited about this deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and state's coming up, so if you need a little more boost, then the DECA deck is your friend.
Definitely.
Okay, well, I think that's all we have about Virtues Matters, but Zach is definitely a seasoned DECA member. So Zach, is there anything about state that you want to tell our audience about?
Yes. So, we talk about virtues and we talk about ethics and all of that. And so we can use this as state competitors, and we can use the virtues, and we can talk about perseverance when you're like at a blank trying to study for this and this DECA test and all of that. You really got to persevere to study through that. And so we can also talk about being in the same mindset with virtuosity while you're competing, being in a great mindset before you actually submit your role play and all of that. And so really, we just want to use these virtue cards to have the best competition you can possibly have. State competitors, I'm talking to you. You guys are going to want this deck. We have geared it with state in mind. And so definitely look at this. And so I compete in human resources, and we talk about ethics a lot. And so I used my virtue knowledge on my area competition. And so definitely the virtues have helped me as a competitor, and I'm sure Lora the same. So definitely use these as competitors and as DECA members and contributing members of society. I think that's it. Yes, super excited for everyone to be a part of this Virtues Project. Virtues Matter. Dara and Dave are such great people, and they're so excited about this too. We can't wait for you guys to start downloading and getting in the app.
So I think that wraps everything else for today. Thank you, Zach, for joining us, and thanks to everyone who listened in. Sorry, Zane's not here. Zane will be here next time. Remember to check out T2 Team if you are a business owner in need of any advice or guidance, and also for students and business owners, you should consider downloading those Virtues cards to level up your personal and professional life. The team and I are really excited to move forward with the Level Up podcast. You can take a moment to follow us at the Level Up podcast on Instagram for updates, and find weekly episodes at everywhere from Spotify to Apple Music to whatever else you use. I use Amazon Music. I'm not sorry about that. Anyways, we hope to see you next week, where we'll be talking about more details of presentations. And thank you again, and we can't wait to compete in this upcoming DECA state competition with you guys.
Thank you, everyone.